In this video, we're going to be looking at methods of burning ISO files. Prior to starting this video, I have just downloaded or have started the process of downloading Fedora Core 11. And this is a Linux distribution that you can download for free. And I'm going to download Fedora 11 Desktop Edition. And this is a Linux distribution, one of my favorites, and I got it by going to fedoraproject.org. And today, and for the next couple of videos, we're going to be looking at methods of installing or burning ISO files. So if you want to go ahead and try this out, and go ahead to Fedora, download the file. Go ahead and go to Get Fedora and download the desktop edition. The file is a live disk, so it's about 688 megabytes. Most Linux distribution live CDs are around 600 some megabytes. If you want the full DVD image, that's going to be about a gig and more. I have also changed the outline just a tad bit because ISO files is quite a big topic to me, and I am going to be spending 2 videos dedicated to burning ISO files on Windows and on Mac using this utility. So I have changed that, and I need to change this. This needs to be episode 60, 61, and 62. So I have changed that up a little bit. I gotta bring the disk back, so I'll do that. And I use Nero to burn my image files, but you can use any kind of disk burning program. I'm gonna save this to my desktop. I took out my disk that I had this file on, so it's not going to save it to the disk since it's not inserted. I'm going to close this. And I have Nero 9, which is the awesome disk utility program. And you can use Roxo or any type of burning utility. You can try to use Roxo. It's a pretty nice disk burning utility. But I have always been a Nero fan since the very first laptop I had came pre-installed with Nero. And ISO files are simply this. You know how you go out and you buy a licensed copy of, let's say, Windows? Well, that's just that the operating system is on a CD. It's burned to a CD or a DVD. ISO files are simply CDs in a file format. So what you would have on a CD is on a file. And I have downloaded this from Fedora. And I have downloaded the Fedora 11 operating system live ISO file. And the ISO file contains all the components for the operating system, including the bootstrapper and all those other features or things that a computer needs to boot into an operating system. So I have Nero. You can use any other type of disk programming you want, but for this I'm going to use Nero. Now I've downloaded the file. I'm going to close this window. And here I have also inserted a DVD. For live image CDs, you can use a CD. And for live DVDs, you can use a DVD. But since my DVD-RW is what I have for quick access, I'm going to use that. Actually, this is a CDR, but it's not. Well, there it is. So I have Nero. And automatically the file opened up in Nero 9 when the download was completed. And I'm going to switch to DVD burning image. And I'm going to make sure I can write at my maximum. Make sure disk speed is where I want it, and I'm gonna say burn, and automatically it's gonna go ahead and start the burning process for this image file. Now this is gonna take some time, so I'm gonna do a little pausing here. And essentially what we're doing is we went to Fedora, we said I want Fedora 11 desktop edition, and this is basically the CD that we're making, the ISO disk. So we said download ISO file, and we're going to use a disk utility program such as Nero to burn the ISO file to a CD so that we have the Fedora 11 operating system on CD and we can use it. Now this isn't necessary necessary if you don't want a disk. The only reason why we're doing this today is because I want to show you how you can burn ISO files to a disk in case you want to use a live disk of a Linux distribution. If we look at our virtualization programs such as VMware Workstation, gotta get opened up here. And in previous videos when we looked at creating virtual machines, we saw how when you create a virtual machine you can choose which method of installation, such as the CD. So we're actually making the Fedora 11 CD, and once we complete the burning process we can go ahead and use the CD we created and install the operating system from the disk. We already have the image file since we downloaded it, so if we wanted to, instead we don't have to use a CD and we can just reroute the virtual machine, VMware Workstation, or whatever virtualization program you have, to go ahead and select the disk image that we downloaded, and we can install the operating system right from the ISO file, and we don't have to have a CD. But I'm just showing you how you can burn an ISO file to a CD. Oh, look at that, it's almost done. So I don't have to do any pausing. I'm doing this video because this is quite important if you're going to play around with Linux distributions and you want a nice method in which to use it. I prefer to use CDs. It doesn't really matter if you use a CD or an ISO file. They're both going to install the operating system the same way. The virtual machine will use it the same way. But something about having the operating system on the disk is what I like. So I've chosen to burn the ISO file. The next video, because we're going to stop right now. In the next video, we're going to actually test the CD and make sure that it's working. Then I'm going to show you how to use the ISO file in a virtual machine. Disk is almost completed, and it should eject the disk. Starting to wrap up here. And disk image burning is quite easy. It's not difficult, you just have to know how to do it. Now, it's not as simple as to just downloading the ISO file and burning it as a file on the CD. It's not going to work that way. You have to have a program that's going to have the files written as if it's going to be bootable. So my computer has just ejected the disk, as you heard, and we have successfully created the disk. We're going to stop the video here. In the next video, we're going to test the CD and see if it works. I hope so, since this is a write once only disk. That's it for this video.